The next class is Crustacea, and these are mainly aquatic, and they have biramous appendages, which means their appendages are divided into two parts. And we're talking about crabs, lobsters, crayfish, barnacles, and shrimp. They have three distinct body parts: a head, thorax, and abdomen, just like insects, but sometimes that head and thorax are fused together to form a cephalothorax. The head has two pairs of antennae, three pairs of mouth parts, and usually eyes, two of which are compound and an unpaired eye, or they can have both. The thorax has lateral appendages, including the gills, and the tail ends with a telson. They use their appendages for swimming, crawling, feeding, defense, reproduction. The smaller crustaceans respire through their body surface by diffusion, but the larger ones have to use gills or abdominal lungs, which are called book lungs, to respire. They have very thick exoskeletons, so they're going to have to shed these when they grow. And when they shed them, it's called molting or ecdysis. And as I said, their appendages are usually split or divided into two parts, and that's called biramus. Their main body cavity is an expanded circulatory system, and they have blood that's pumped through a heart that's found near the dorsum. The alimentary canal, or the digestive system, is a straight tube, and it's got a gizzard-like area for grinding the food and some digestive glands that absorb the food. The kidneys, or the structures that act like kidneys, are near the antenna. And the brain is in the form of a ganglia that's close to the antenna. And then there's some more ganglia found below the gut. They all have a larval form known as a nauplius. A few of them are hermaphroditic, but most are dioecious with separate sexes. The appendages on the abdomen are called swimmerets, or pleopods. And the first pair of pleopods, or swimmerets, are specialized in the male for sperm transfer. Many of them mate seasonally, and then if they're terrestrial, and then they return to the sea and lay their eggs. Some lay their eggs on land, anywhere that's damp. In the decapods that have 10 legs, the females will retain the eggs until they hatch into the free-swimming larva. And here's some pictures of the eggs that are the female is holding on to until they hatch. And you can see here, looking at this, the swimmerets are underneath the abdomen. You see the walking legs that are on the thorax, and then you've got that all those appendages on the head, and the ones that are labeled there are the cheliped and the eye and the antenna. Okay, and of course the tail with the flippers, that's the telson that they have.